welcome back to Binks and Hebrides Whine time. I'm Binks, and this is obviously my best friend in the world, Hebrides. And we're just like gonna talk today about just like something really casual and fun. We're just gonna take some listeners from questions. Questions from listeners. Oh my god, it's so impressional.
That was so funny.
I know, that was so funny.
You got
Should we redo that? Should we redo that?
It's just crazy sometimes with you.
I know. Let's do a blooper reel of that. Okay, I'm gonna get the question.
So lol. Honestly.
So, dear Binks and Hebrides, love the podcast. You girls keep it so real. It's literally insane.
So true.
That's so
all
true.
we do all day.
I'm writing in because I'm having such a mare right now. My daddy's been sick for a while and it's looking like we'll lose him in the next few days. Lol. The problem is he's remarried to this absolute viper and gold digger.
That's awful.
That's awful.
Literally horrific. Go on.
Oh my god, they've been married for 25 years. And
so like newbie.
Yeah, newbie on the block. Like, oh, hello. And she's now his full-time carer. Honestly, she's a complete pig, and I'm worried she's gotten in his ear and will take over the whole will, and I'll hardly get our look in, under 100k a year. Anyway, help would be so appreciated. Oh my god, this poor
so
girl.
sad.
That's so sad.
It's so sad. She's literally going to lose everything to this viper.
Oh my god, what's literally being the point in being born if you're not going to be in on the will?
It's really sad. Also, this woman's obviously just like turned up.
She's just shown up.
She showed up like 25 years ago.
On her broom.
Like, yeah, literally on her broom. What a witch.
She's just shown up out of nowhere and is like, yeah, I'll care for your dad. Yeah, I love your dad. Yeah, but live in his house.
And like care for him.
And take all his money. But you know what this is like. This is basically what happened to you, right?
Yeah. Except, well.
Yeah, your stepmom was such a witch. She'd be like, I'm not trying to replace your real mom. I just want to like be here for you as a support. And then she's like swooped in at the last minute. And luckily you found that legal paperwork before anything happened.
Well, luckily she
Luckily
died.
she had that really awful fall.
That awful fall. But,
that really lucky awful
Binks,
fall.
Babe, we're not actually allowed to talk about that.
No, okay.
Don't. I think we should probably cut this bit out. But no, it was really sad when my stepmom died. But we were all like super, super upset about it. But
I know, because you had that big party to be like, we're so upset.
We're so upset. But
yeah.
I think with this girl, obviously, you can't just like pay someone to make her stepmummy fall downstairs.
No, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You're not supposed
to do that.
No.
So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Do that.
Don't do that.
I mean it. Yeah. Don't.
Just lawyer up.
Lawyer up.
Lawyer up.
I'm talking Mishcon. I'm talking Withers. I'm talking Farrah's. I'm
talking
Saatchi. That's an advertising company.
Okay. But Nigella Lawson really got a good deal out of that.
She did.
Yeah.
Just get a really, really good lawyer.
Yeah.
And go to town.
Yeah.
And just I hate the idea that this woman just like turns up out of nowhere. And just the idea that she's like caring for your father, like grow up.
Exactly.
It's just grow up.
He's like, I'm a grown man. I can make my own decisions for myself about what happens to my money. No,
you can't.
This is my birthright.
It's literally your birthright. It's your legacy.
It's my legacy.
It's your legacy.
I need to buy a house in Clapham. That's my legacy.
Exactly.
Ugh.
It's just honestly, I think that's one of the saddest things I've ever. I'm actually getting a bit teary.
We could start a GoFundMe for this girl.
No, because that's trashy to ask for money. But
yeah, I
just really hope that, some bad fortune befalls her stepmummy.
Lawyer up, polish the stairs, and you'll be golden, gal.
Sorry, also I should probably let you know I've got a really good reading voice.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when I read out loud, I can just like really evoke a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can just like really get people really excited. I've just always found this.
Mm-hmm.
When I read, people get really excited.
I remember when you went and did your RADA audition and they were like, you can start, and you did your monologue, and then afterwards they were like, you can start, because they thought you weren't even acting.
They thought I wasn't even acting.
Which is the real sign of an actor.
That's acting.
That's acting.
That's acting. Dear Binks and Heb, help. I'm in shopping crisis. Normally, I do a whole sweep around M&S, but my 1-year-old's gotten a taste for Charlie Bing and meals, and now I have to make a cursory stop at Waitrose as well.
Oh, it's so annoying when you have to stop in loads of places.
So annoying. And also Yeah, different ends of the King's Road. This doesn't include the liquor store for our favourite tipples not found in the supermarché and the independent butcher my husband won't see slighted. Honestly, it's a full-time job. Oh, it's really sad. And I'm running myself ragged, getting all our little bits from multiple locations, and I need you girls to tell me what on earth to do to save me from this hell.
Oh, that does sound like hell.
That sounds awful.
That sounds like hell.
It's literally, she's running herself ragged.
I can imagine her with like just multiple tote bags.
Just so many tote bags, and like you always say,
rope burn.
Ow.
Ow.
No, it's an absolute nightmare. And if you're, I imagine she's not collecting her kid from school, but if she's just schlepping round.
Like a freaking Sherpa.
Like a Sherpa.
Like a donkey carrying bricks.
Ridiculous. She's gone from the butcher to waitress to Marks. It's just all a bloody nightmare.
And you're like, did I remember the special corned beef hash that we needed to get from?
It's too much.
You know, the specialty liqueurs that I need. Oh, I forgot. Oh.
It's too much. So what's the answer? I know. Well, there must be some sort of service where you can just get a person who'll do this for you.
Yes.
So you're not doing it.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, my dad has a PA.
Get a PA.
Yes.
That's the answer.
You cannot be expected to do all of this yourself.
You can't.
You can't go to Waitrose and M&S in the same day.
No.
If there's a line.
No, it's too much.
But I get it though, don't you? Like you end up being like, I only like the
thing from there. I only like the beef from, or the thing from Ginger Pig.
Like I want Colin the Caterpillar from M&S.
Do you love Colin the Caterpillar?
I love Colin the
Is that like your thing?
Yeah, I really love that kind of like grainy chocolate taste.
Yeah.
It's kind of not sweet at all. And like you want something from Waitrose.
Yeah, you want cheese from like the fromagerie, yada yada. So you're just schlepping all over town like an idiot.
Yeah, like a total idiot.
Like such an idiot.
Like a chicken with your head cut off.
You just look like a fool.
And you're like, oh, I left the house at 11 this morning and now it's like literally 3 and the girls are coming round.
It's just a disaster.
Like you've got no time for your life.
Literally live your life.
At that point.
I think get a PA. I would say that there are things like have you heard of online shopping?
I've heard about that.
Like an Ocado order. You call Ocado and you're just like, do it.
Just do it.
Just do it for me.
I can't do it.
I'm overwhelmed, Peter, or whoever the Ocado bloke is.
Yeah.
You just call them and you sort of cry down the phone to them.
Yeah.
And then they bring you all the food.
You go, I have a child under 2.
It's a nightmare.
It's
a living
in
nightmare.
Hell.
This is Hull.
This is, or at least.
Are you saying Hull or hell?
Both. I'm in Hull.
I'm in Hull and it's
/
Hull.
hell. Or she could use our sponsor for this week's episode, Cooking Servant. Have you heard of it?
I literally thought you meant that girl that used to live in your house. Who'd cry all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it does like what she does.
What, like writes letters back to France crying saying I want to go home?
No, not that. So it brings you food for the week. It gets dropped off by like a person, I don't know, with a life, I'm not sure. And then it drops you off all your meals for the week.
Yeah.
And then like they cook it for you. Obviously they like your person that lives in your house cooks for you.
Yeah.
But it just makes it so much easier for them because then they don't have to go to all the different supermarchés and pick up with the different things.
So you're not like schlepping around getting this, that and the other. Like,
no. And they're not doing it either. And I've been using it. They've been sending it to me for the past few weeks. Yeah. And it's just really made my staff's life so much easier.
That's so nice.
And I can really feel the difference.
Because they're being sort of less grotty or less like cross with you all the time.
They're like more light on their feet.
That's really
They're
good.
like, oh my God, Binks, it's so nice to work for you. You're like such a chill boss.
That's really nice.
Because normally I'm chill. I'm like normally pretty chill, but like this has helped me be chiller.
That's really nice. Because also you don't want to be stressy, because if you're stressy in your home, then you can't be a good, CEO of your household.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's really good. So it's Cooking Servant.
Yeah. Cooking Servant.
Wait, is that Oscar and Miles's thing that they set up at uni?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's why they sent it to me. Yeah,
that's so funny. So I don't know if we can talk about this, but
they're literally like crazy boys.
They're such crazy. They literally, this is so funny. They knew nothing. They just worked. One of them worked in my marketing. One of them worked in finance in the city. But they literally knew nothing about business.
They can't even, and also they don't know anything about cooking.
They don't know anything about cooking.
Water.
But one of them's got a house in Devon and he loves fresh fish. That's one thing I know about Oscar.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but that's how they set it up.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's worth what? I think it's worth like 2
I
million.
think they got like seed funding or something.
So happy for
So
them.
cute.
They really deserve it. They worked so hard.
They worked so hard for like 2 full years.
Yeah, they schlepped away.
They just schlepped and just worked for honest to God. But that's how you have to do it if you run a business.
And do you remember when they were WhatsApping us? They were like, what should we call it? And we were literally messaging like back and forth for ages, being like, what should we call their business? Oh my God. It was so funny. Like, what should we call it? Like, cooking nut.
Cooking food's nice. Cookie, like eat it, eat me out. I mean, I can't think of them now, but we had
Foodie
so many
boys.
ideas. Foodie boys.
Yeah.
Food man. Where's my fucking food? That was one. The boys didn't go for that. But just like, you know, at the end of the day, when you're exhausted from running 2 bikini companies, you just think, where is my fucking food?
Yeah. You should have invoiced them for that.
Well, actually, it's so funny you say that. They texted Daddy asking about investment. So
embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
You're not meant to do that.
I think he became like a tiny shareholder. So thanks, boys. But yeah, cooking servant's really good, actually.
So everybody get cooking servant with our code Binks and Heb. You can get 1% off your first box.
What the fuck? What's a code?
It's a code. They use it.
I don't even know what that means.
They just type it in at the end.
Oh my God, like a discount code.
Like a discount code. Oh my God,
God, that's so scrappy. Yeah. That's such a good idea.
Well, like they'll benefit. Like obviously we wouldn't use it. We got it sent to us for free, but they'll get they'll use the code and they'll get some money off.
That's so smart.
It's going to make so much difference to their lives.
Such a difference in this cost of living crisis.
Yeah. So yeah, subscribe to Cooking Servant and you can use our code.
We need more energy.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry, that was Brian, who's our new producer, and he thinks that our outros don't have enough energy.
So tune in next week.
We've
got some really cool stuff coming up.
Loads of stuff, but more energy, Brian.
Bye.
Yeah, come back.
Bye.
Was that enough energy, Brian?
See you next week.
Unbearable.